Good afternoon, Charlie here with Red Summit RF. Today I'm at the base of Pine Mountain in the Sierra Anchas. This is a bushwhack to the top. It should be around a mile or so. But today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I upload my GPS tracks to the SOTA Maps website. I'll take you step by step through that. I'll do some here before I launch, then I'll do some up on top, and then we'll wrap things up back at the house. All right, so the first thing that I do is I'm going to take this Instinct. Really, all I do is I'm just going to press this upper right button, and that'll bring me to the selections of different exercises, and I'm going to choose the hike one, which is my default. I click on that and it automatically takes it to getting ready to track my GPS. If I do that one more time, then it starts. So you can see the timer's going now. And as I move, the distance is going to start increasing. So here we go. Right up through there somewhere, I guess. Just follow the ridgeline. The ridgeline takes you to the top. Somebody decided they didn't want to take their chair home after it broke, I would guess. But I don't know, pack it in, pack it out, guys. Well, this is pretty much the high point, but boy, there isn't really any views because there's so much trees and growth up here on top that you can't see much. Off that way a little bit, but there's just trees everywhere here. I might have a hard time even putting up my antenna. I'm gonna have to go back down the activation zone a little bit. Ugh, duck. I don't know, this isn't doable up here, I don't think. Around here there was a place back a little bit where it was kind of open and it would allow me to string an antenna out. This place not so much. I guess this is the rock pile designated as the high point, I assume, but I don't like this area as one to be setting up my antenna. I think I'm gonna go back down where I came from a little bit, down off the high point. There's a clearing down there just a little bit, and I believe that's still in the activation zone, so that's where I'm gonna set up. Okay, this is much better. This is still clearly within the activation zone, but it's down off from the top just a little bit where there's more open space where I can set up an antenna and not have to worry about things. As you can see, there's kind of some open space to kind of clear that way, and there's a lot down in that area. And this way, it's kind of open a little bit. So Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pause my my Instinct now, because this is the area where I'm going to set up. So I'm going to pause it, and then I'm going to set up my radios and do the activation. And then once I'm done with the activation, then I'll go ahead and restart it and head on back down. So you can see I've got 39 minutes and 72. Now all I do is I just tap that button right there and it pauses it. You'll see that's a square up here. And so it's asking me what I want to do here. And I'm going to go down to resume later and click OK. So 2 o'clock, I better get going. All right, we've packed up. We're ready to get down. So now I need to resume my watch. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to tap right here on the top. Hey, it comes right up. And then I'm going to push start again, and away we go. Alrighty, we made it to the truck. Here it is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop it. And when I do, it's going to say, hey, do you want to resume or save? So I'm going to go down to save. I'm going to say save. And so it's going to send this once we get a signal, it'll automatically send it to Garmin Connect, which will automatically send it to, see it's failed because I don't have a signal, but I'm going to go to done. All right, so we're done there. So what's going to happen now is once I get a Wi-Fi signal, it's my watch is going to send those breadcrumbs to Garmin Connect, and from there it'll automatically be sent to Strava. So from there, I'll get home and I'll be able to download it and continue to talk to you about next steps. So we're done here. We've got the breadcrumbs created. They're in my watch, and as soon as Wi-Fi is in range, then they'll be up there on Strava ready for us. Now that I'm home, I'm going to back up and talk about the why real quick before proceeding with my steps. I'm going to go ahead and pull up a web browser to start with, and I'm going to navigate to a website. I don't really know the pronunciation of it. It's SOTLAS, maybe SOTLAS, and it's a website that's kind of integrates a bunch of different Summits on the Air things. SOTL.AS is the site. And so once I'm there, I'm going to zoom in on a peak. Let's say maybe Mount Baldy, for example. Where would that be? I think that's over in here. Yeah, there it is, Mount Baldy. I just did this one recently. You'll see that there, when I click on it, there's kind of a blue line here. These are GPS tracks of mine that I uploaded to this site. And it's going to be really convenient for somebody to be able to use those tracks. If I click on that peak and then I click on more, it takes you to a page that talks all about this peak, and you'll see right here under resources there's a description that's been written by Pete, WA7JTM. If I click on that, then it brings me to his description of the hike. I'm going to close that back up, and I'm going to expand this. This is, you'll see tracks were by me, and it's kind of a little description of the tracks that I uploaded, and you'll see they're in red when you kind of click on the expansion there, so it changes to red. So this information can be really helpful to somebody who hasn't done the peak before and is looking for a little bit of information on it. Now for this peak that I just did, Pine Mountain, if I navigate to that, I'm going to zoom back out of Mount Baldy, and let me go over here to Pine Mountain. I think it was right in this area. Yeah, there it is. You'll see Pine Mountain. I just did that one on this activation. I click on that. No tracks appear. And if I click on more, there really isn't, I mean, just a Google search of Pine Mountain, but there really there's no photos, there's no tracks, and there's no description. So this is what I'm talking about as far as what I'd like to show you guys how to do. So step 3 then is to log into your Strava account and then download the tracks. And how you do that is you navigate to your the tracks that you just uploaded. And so I'm going to do that right now under My Activities. And it should pop up this hike right here. I believe this is the one. Yeah, there it is, Pine Mountain, right there. So all I have to do then is click on these 3 ellipses and go to Export GPX. And it's downloaded to my downloads page. Now from there, step 4 then is to upload these tracks to the Summits on the Air mapping site. So I'll go here to SOTA, to the SOTA website, and then I'll go to the mapping SOTA site, and then I'm going to go to tracks under mapping, and I'm going to choose the site that I just did. So that's a W7A, or the peak that I just did. So let me go here to W7A if I can find it. Arizona, and it was a Gila County region, and I would think it was 0015. There it is, Pine Mountain. Okay, from there, all I need to do then is upload track tab, and then choose the file. Like I said, it was downloaded. There it is right there under the downloads. Open. And we've got it on there. Now the next step is going to be to import it. So import, and it comes up with give me a track title, and I'm going to say maybe Pine Mountain from the north via Forest Road 609. And then you got to put a little description in here, and I'm going to put in there maybe something along the lines of, you know, drive Forest Road 609 to the campsite directly north of the Pine Mountain, and then bushwhack to the top following the ridgeline. No trail. So now I'm going to save that. And one thing I've run into, by the way, is you can't upload more than 500 points on a track. So if you get more than that, then you can, there's different tools out there that can reduce the number of points and still keep the integrity of your tracks. So, okay. And then I'm going to cancel that out now, and I'm going to go to View Tracks and Load Tracks. And now, I believe, Display. There it is. So that part's done. This has to be done in this area. It can't be done on that other website that I showed you earlier, the Map Sotless location. But it only takes about that long to do it. So now if I navigate in this website, back to this website, back to Pine Mountain, then you'll see there's the track. It shows up there. So we've got one more thing to do then, and I'm going to then go back here, and I'm going to go to the SOTA Summit site, and we'll search for our peak that we did, GI013. Sorry, GI015. Pine Mountain. There's nothing under the resources, so we'll create a new article, and we'll just call it Pine Mountain by NJ7V, and then I already typed this up ahead of time, post it, add article, and then if I refresh, there it is. So in order to see this, you could actually see both the tracks and this article by going to the SOTLAS website. And if I go to Pine Mountain from here, then I'll click on this Pine Mountain and click on More. You'll see there's the track, and here it is as well, and I expand it, then it turns red. And here's just a very quick description of the tracks. And then right here is my report, Pine Mountain by NJ7V. Click on it, and it comes up. So just keep in mind that you can see both in the SOTLAS website, but in order to upload them, you have to do them. You have to do the report under. Well, let me go back here. You have to do the report under the SOTA Summit site, and then you have to do the tracks under the mapping site. So with that, I'll say 73. I hope you enjoyed learning how I send up my Garmin GPS tracks to the SOTA Maps page. If you have questions, you can go ahead and put them in the comments below. Don't forget that you can find more videos like this one right over here. So we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for supporting the channel. 73.